I used to think betrayal was something that only happened in the movies, dramatic, distant, and easy to spot. That was before my best friend slept with my husband. I found out on a Sunday morning. I had just come home from church, still holding the bulletin from the sermon titled The Power of Forgiveness. I laughed at the irony as I opened my husband's laptop to send an email and found the messages flirtatious at first, then explicit, then undeniably damning. Pictures, plans, promises, and the name her name. My best friend since college, maid of honor at our wedding. The woman who held my hand through my miscarriages. I screamed, I wept, I collapsed. And for a long time after that, I hated her, I hated him, I hated the mirror that reflected my weakness. But more than anything, I hated how much I still loved him and how much it hurt. For weeks, I avoided church, I avoided people, I avoided God. I couldn't understand how a God who knew what was coming hadn't warned me. I prayed every day, didn't I? Why didn't he nudge me, whisper something, reveal the truth before it shattered everything? Anger became my oxygen, bitterness, my armor. I replayed the betrayal in my mind like a movie I couldn't stop watching. One night, restless and bitter, I picked up my Bible again, not because I wanted hope, but because I wanted an answer. Some justification for my pain, some holy permission to stay angry. I found myself in Luke 23, Jesus on the cross, bloody, beaten, betrayed, and then I read it, the verse I'd heard 100 times but never felt until that moment. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Luke 23:34, he said that while they nailed him down, while they mocked him, not after they apologized, not when they showed remorse. In the moment of deepest betrayal, he forgave. I closed the Bible and sobbed for hours, because I realized I wanted revenge more than I wanted to be healed. I wanted them to hurt the way I was hurting. But Jesus, he chose mercy over vengeance, love over justice, and if I claimed to follow him, really follow him, then I had to do the same. It wasn't instant. Forgiveness never is. It started as a whisper, God, I want to forgive them. Then a prayer, Jesus, help me see them the way you do. Then a war inside me, between my flesh that craved punishment and my spirit that longed for peace. Day by day, I surrendered pieces of my pain. I wrote letters I never sent. I cried with counselors and friends. I screamed in the shower. I let myself feel the betrayal fully without letting it define me. And slowly, the grip of bitterness loosened. I didn't stay married. That choice came later, through prayer, peace, and godly counsel. But I did forgive. Forgiveness didn't mean trusting them again. It didn't mean forgetting. It meant choosing freedom over bondage. It meant no longer letting what they did dictate who I became. And with that choice, God did something I never expected. He healed me. He gave me joy again, real joy, not the fake kind I wore like a mask before everything fell apart. He brought people into my life who loved me with compassion and truth. He restored parts of my soul I didn't even know were broken. But most of all, he reminded me that I, too, have betrayed him, over and over. With pride, with selfishness, with sin, and yet his mercy never ran out. Friend, if you've been betrayed, if the wound still bleeds, let me tell you this. Forgiveness isn't a gift you give to them. It's a gift you give to yourself. It's the key that unlocks the prison you've been living in. Jesus didn't wait for his betrayers to say sorry. He forgave because love demanded it. And he's calling you to do the same, not out of weakness, but out of strength. A strength that can only come from knowing you are deeply, unconditionally, eternally loved by the one who was betrayed for you. Let it go. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve to be free. Share and comment this if you believe God still writes the best stories.